night by the fire, by the fire. Look kind of darkish.
What?
Looking kind of darkish.
Well. Well, hello everyone. We are Gerald and Yvette Benton of Gerald and Yvette Ministries.
GeraldandYvette.com.
.com. And we just got home from a date.
Say, ooh-wee.
No, thank you.
Okay.
That's weird.
Sounds good.
But it's Friday night by the fire, which is a good thing.
It's Friday.
So hello. It is Friday night by the fire. Oh, so you know what? Facebook would not let us be great. So we had to go on my page. Is that what we had to do? We had to go live on my page. And now I have to share it to the gym page because they wouldn't let us go live.
Yes, and yes.
So thanks for being with us even on a different page. Maybe that's why that looks like that. I don't know.
It's that one.
You think?
That look darkish. Like I've been in the sun all day.
But you haven't.
I know it. Ice cream.
So good to have you guys on with us on Friday night. It's probably gonna be a silly night because we had a self-care date. We talked about like inexpensive dates. I would say some self-care is inexpensive and other self-care is a little more expensive.
Ooh.
And I think this self-care is around middle of the road expensive. But you're happy?
Listen here.
I had to take my priest, prophet, and king on a self-care date. And
That's
yes,
nice
we have to treat ourselves. We work really, really hard. He works exceptionally hard. And it was just one of those days. It was one of those days. So I took him to get a mani-pedi, more petty than anything.
Lord.
He did a pedicure, and 2 years ago, I could not get him to do a pedicure. I couldn't. He was like, I'm not going in there.
Well,
it stinks.
Oh, it does.
I don't like
that part,
it.
I still.
Men don't do that. And one day we went. I did it for Valentine's Day. That was his gift. So it was like, that's your gift. You gotta come get it, and you can wear a mask because it was right before COVID. So he could wear a mask, and it wasn't that big of a deal. He wore a mask. Lord have mercy.
When I tell you what,
He fell in love.
listen, it gets better and better every day. Every time I go.
Yeah. So every time we go, we add one of the extras. So today, we added what was it, a mask? No, we added the wax.
The wax.
We added wax. I have never had
Wax.
a hot wax treatment on my feet.
They put your feet in a bag with hot wax.
Come
And
on,
when I tell you what, my feet still feel good. I don't even want to walk. I don't even want to put my shoes on. I don't even want to walk on my feet. They feel so good. I'm like, my God. Well, who taught y'all this? Who in the world said put hot wax in a bag and put your feet in it and have you to sit there and wrap a towel around it?
Hot towel.
Listen.
It was awesome.
She would rub them. She did my. Listen, I normally get just my legs and and all that.
Hot rocks.
Hot rocks.
Hot stones,
Hey,
yeah.
the lady said went around and she went to wrap around. Excuse me. She said, "Oh, massage on your shoulder, on my shoulders. Oh, we doing it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, oh, she's something. Is that okay? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Let her chop on it up, chop it up. But I'm just
Yes.
saying,
It was
it's
nice.
it was like, yeah, it was like heaven on
Mm.
earth, Mary. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm telling you, I don't even want to walk on my feet right now. I'm telling you, my feet feel so good, and I take care of my feet.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really need, but what she did, girl, listen, men, hey, if you listening, go take care of your dogs. Go get them taken care of, man.
Yeah.
Get them trimmed up.
It was nice.
Get some of that rust scraped off because
Oh
they do the scraping.
They did exfoliating.
That's what they call it. I call it scraping because she was scraping. If she ain't got this, I'm like, listen, man, my feet smooth at the bottom. I'm trying to figure out why you scraping so hard because there's nothing there. I'm like, that's starting to hurt.
Well, you did good, babe.
I did.
So that was our date tonight, which was fun. So on Fridays we do an earlier date so we can do Friday Night by the Fire.
See that? Listen.
We love y'all.
I mean, we like we gotta go early so we can get done. I had to get my baby some ice cream because we got a place here that makes ice cream. They literally make the ice cream. And so that was part of the date. So go get my baby some ice cream. You have to stand in the line. It's all good. My baby try to rush. She was walking real. She don't walk fast to go do. She was walking. She almost took off running to try to get in front of a family that had probably like 7 or 8 people. And she was like, "Come on, babe, because we'll hurry up and get in front of him. Man, we're not gonna make it." I'm like, "Yeah, okay." And them kids took off across that street. I was like, "Well, guess she ain't gonna make it." And it was kind of long, huh?
It was.
Then they ran out of the nitron.
Yeah. So either way, we had a great date and pedicures. And pedicures were a big part. You did get your nails like buffed, but mostly
they buffed
them. But mostly pedicures.
Cut them and clean them.
So we said we were gonna add dates to Friday Night by the Fire because we are very good at inexpensive and now a little more expensive dates. We're very thankful that we are able to do that, but we'll tell you can do all kinds of different things. So we'll share some of our date secrets. They're really not secrets. Our date surprises with some of you all because we do enjoy ourselves. We truly are best friends and we like to spend time together. Although,
but you saw his title
earlier today. And we're just talking today, I don't know. But earlier today, I realized Amazon is trying, my husband is my best friend, but Amazon is trying real hard to beat him out. I already said, Amazon, you can't beat, he is my best friend. When I tell you Amazon is working overtime to be my best friend, I'm just saying, they're working overtime. I tried to tell him it's not going to happen, babe. It's not going to happen, but Amazon is working hard.
I'm gonna need you to leave Amazon alone. Y'all gonna have to disconnect.
What?
You talking about Amazon gonna beat me out as being the best friend?
Not.
Then way you gonna have to slow down on Amazon. Stop talking to Amazon enough. You hanging out with Amazon way too much.
So I ordered something this morning. It came today. I tried to tell Amazon, you're not gonna be my best friend. You're not gonna be my best friend. They're trying real hard. I told them it's not gonna happen.
Okay.
But they're working hard. They're working real hard. Anyway, it's so good to see you guys. I had ice cream, so I might be a little silly because it was so good. Y'all want to know what kind of ice cream I had? I had coffee ice cream. Yes, I like my coffee hot. I like my coffee iced, and I like my coffee creamed with ice. Glory to God. Yes! So I had coffee ice cream, and they make it actually with cream and sprinkle coffee in it. Like,
that would be good to go to the thing after the thing.
Go to the thing after the thing?
Go to the...
You see what I go through?
Go to the cow after the mountain.
One day, yeah, you're right. I agree. So I had coffee, uh, ice cream with toasted coconuts
Exactly.
in it, and they usually give you raw coconut, but they added toasted coconut. So I had coffee, ice cream with toasted coconut and brownie bites. Now I know I'm gonna have to work out harder tomorrow at Zumba, but I didn't eat the whole thing. I put half of it back in the freezer so I can have it later. But it was good.
I didn't eat any.
It was so good. And Benton didn't have ice cream today. He ended the day at at our crab boil. We had crabs and shrimp. We had a good day. Jesus! When you can have crabs and ice cream and a pedicure, y'all about to have the best Friday night by the fire ever. Because you can't get better than that, Jesus. With your best friend? My Lord. That's the day. All right, we ready?
Yes.
Ready to get started? Woo! That's butter pecan. I like butter pecan, but not better than coffee.
What's
All
that,
right.
Dunkin' Donuts?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we
You
had
said thank you,
crabs.
Jesus.
Yeah, food. I'm foodie, so crab boils with shrimp. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was good. All right, so the title today, we are on Friday Night by the Fire, where we talk about fiery topics. Dates are not fiery topics necessarily, but they're good topics, and this gives you a chance to put this on your page. And so the fiery topic today is loving them when you don't like them. Ooh.
It's two different things.
Loving your spouse when you don't like your spouse. Oh, wait a minute.
You mean you have to do that?
It's two different things, and I think if we don't talk about it, people get them mixed up. Like they think that you have to people have to do things that you like in order for God to expect you to love them, but that's
How about this?
not true.
How about this?
What's up?
We know we have done things that God probably doesn't like, but He still loves us.
He still loves us. Point blank period.
He still loves us. He don't even hold it against us. Because we can go back to the, what's that, Ephesians? Is that in Ephesians?
What?
The love.
1 Corinthians 13.
Yeah, all the love.
All the love.
Yeah, check all the loves to see where you are in that place when you decide not to love the person because of what they are doing. You don't like what they're doing, but you still gotta love them.
Yeah. So I think a lot of times we mix the two, and if we don't spend time really separating them, I think that we get lost. And what starts to happen is God keeps prompting us. Let's just say it that way. He keeps nudging us, wink, wink. Really, he's commanding us to love, and we give him those types of examples like "but they," or "how could you want me to love this person," when in reality they may be doing things that you don't like.
Right.
But God does not give the prerequisite of liking something just because he's asking you to love them. So that's anybody, not just your spouse, but we start with the spouse and kind of need to work our way back. Like we sometimes get past it with other people because we don't have to be with them all the time. And some of it is expectations. So in terms of expectations, we think because we expect more from our spouse, that if they don't give us what we feel like we need, then we stop giving them unconditional love, and we start to miss God. Because God's going to be like, that's like what they do is not prerequisite to love them because I said so. Yeah. That's something to think about for a minute.
Just pause on that.
Say la.
Just literally pause and digest that.
about some of the things that you think on your spouse and you determine, well, I don't want to stay, I don't want to be with you. It's not stuff that's about love. It usually is stuff that's really, I don't like this. I don't like that you've talked to me that way. You're not liking their behavior, or you're not liking their choices, because people can still love you and do things you don't like. When it's us, we think they should just forgive us. So when someone does something that we don't like, we'll say, forgive me, or I didn't mean it, or we come up with all kinds of reasons, or we offend God, and then we expect God to still love us. And what I learned in our struggles, I used to name all these things that Gerald was doing, and I said, he couldn't love me if he's doing this, and this. And God would come back and say, you love me still, and I asked you to do this, and you disappointed me when you did that, and I didn't care for it when you started acting like that, and you tell me you love me. So if you can still love me and do those things, how come Gerald can't do those things and still love you? Yeah.
I'm just, once again, there's a pause.
A big pause.
I mean, it's listen.
Yeah.
I just keep going back to God loving us so much that he would send his son to pay a price for our sins.
Yep.
For our disobedience, for our rebellion, for our stubbornness, for all of that stuff that God looks at as not pleasing to him, sin stuff that alters, who you are or what he has called for you to be. Wow. He said love. And but why would he tell us to love? Why it's so much hate. It's easy to run around and not like somebody or like what someone is doing or hate on someone, but to love, do you understand what love does? I tell y'all, I tell my testimony, and I said my wife was loving me when I was unlovable. Now that alone, it shows me the love of God, like true love of God, not play, not anything. It's even loving a person that doesn't even love themselves.
Wow.
That doesn't even love themselves, or choose not to love themselves, or don't know how to love themselves, or how to receive love. But to love someone unconditionally, like unconditionally. Just think about it, because here it is. We're God's children.
Yeah.
Think about your children. Just think about your children. You might not like what they do, but you still gonna love them. Why? Because they're your children. God might not like what you do, but it's still, we're still his children. He still is going to love us. Yeah. And so when you're looking at your spouse, that is your spouse. That's God's son. Remember when he said, what would you do if Jordan? What would you do? Oh, I'll go and fight. I'll do all of this stuff. He said, well, okay, this is my son. This is my son. Why won't you do? I'm asking you to do this. Do you love me enough to? Do you love me enough to keep my commandments? Because isn't love one?
Love is definitely a commandment, and I think we just I think our emphasis on things that we like, that we lose sight of a commandment. We lose sight of our responsibility, even as a Christian, to love unconditionally. And we start with doing it more with our spouse than even perfect strangers. So when our spouses do things that we don't like, we have to intentionally, I think this Friday night by the fire, if nothing else, we have to intentionally stop, pause, and process. I don't like that behavior, And if I calm down and stay in a posture of love, in a position of love, because God said so, not because I like what you're doing, I can most likely explain why I don't like it better, process why I don't like it, and get over it faster. If we are intentional, because when I started being intentional and I realized, okay, God's not letting me do things differently. He's gonna ask me to do it, and I'm gonna have to figure it out. How I figured it out was I stopped and I was like, okay, I see this behavior and I don't like it. Then I processed the behavior, but I didn't connect the behavior with loving me. I didn't connect the behavior with God's assignment. Because every time I brought his behavior, God brought my assignment. Like, no, you're bringing me his behavior, but I'm telling you, your assignment doesn't change to love him unconditionally. You're bringing me his sin, but that doesn't change my mind. It never changes my mind. So since it doesn't change my mind, I had to start processing his behavior differently in my mind. So the things I don't like, I have to now see them differently. I was thinking, if I don't like this, I don't have to deal with this. Right. Who said that?
Who said that?
Yeah, it wasn't God. Jesus. It wasn't God. Who said because you don't like that behavior, you don't have, I don't have to deal. I don't know if maybe I'm the only one, but I said stuff like, oh, I don't have to deal with that. I don't have to deal with that. No. God would never, this is my favorite one.
Say that.
God would not expect me to have to deal with this. But then in reality, when I went to God and talked to God, he was like, ooh, don't misrepresent me. I didn't say that. Oh, I got to deal with this? You got to love him. You have to love him.
Love him through it.
Now, I will deal with sin, God said.
Yeah.
And I won't allow sin to just happen and not deal with it. That I'm just saying, I'll deal with the sin. You continue to love. Trust me, you got enough work to do. Yeah. Just to love. So leave my job to me.
You ain't lying. Jesus. I wasn't making it easy.
You were not making it
Lord, I wasn't making it easy. But my God, I tell you over and over, I thank God for you literally loving God enough to be obedient to do what God has asked you to do. Because God has asked all of us to do something in regards to loving or forgiving or
letting stuff
go. It's God is literally have asked us to do some of this stuff, and you have a choice. Yeah. To either do it or don't do it. You either be obedient or be disobedient. There's a choice. There's literally no gray area in between that. Either you're gonna love or you're not gonna love. It's no gray area. And think about if God had a gray area with us.
Oh God. Oh Lord Jesus.
I mean, seriously, think about it.
Yeah.
Because if we're saying that we're in his image and likeness, right? Oh. Then these things are are attributes of him.
Right.
So the love, being able to love somebody that that's unlovable, to be able to love, you don't like what the people are doing, you don't like their actions, but you still have to love them. And you didn't like my actions. You didn't like me being a drug head. You didn't like me being an alcoholic. You ain't like me being on pornography. You ain't like me being on any of that stuff. But it took you to love God enough more and more and more to be able to have the strength to love the way God wants us to love. You can't operate in a surface love or a selfish love or a fleshly love. It ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Because you will stop. Your flesh will not like what's happening, and it'll give you an excuse not to even love them.
Right.
It'll try to give you a way out. Like, for real, I'm gonna give you a way out. You don't have to. Or somebody tell you, oh boy, you don't even have to deal with that, man. She acting like that, man. Let that go, man. She don't even love you. Let her go.
Yeah.
Or let him go. whatever it may be. It's that. But God said, I want you to. Marriage works if you work it. So if you're gonna work it, that means you have to work your way through this love. That means you're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to. God is going to put. God is literally giving you the strength that you need to walk through this love walk.
Yeah.
You have to have the strength to walk through this love, especially when you're walking through a wilderness, when you're walking through the fire, when you're walking through a hot situation. This is a hot, but I'm telling you, this is a fiery Friday. But let me tell you, God gives you the ability when you tap into Him. When you decide to say, I'm gonna do it your way. When God told me, when I was coming back, God said, I'm gonna teach you how to love her the way I love her. I didn't understand what love. Love to me was perverted. Love to me was I grew up with it the wrong way. I didn't understand it the way I thought it should be, and so I put conditions on my love. And so because God said, I'm gonna show you how to love her. I didn't comprehend that, but I knew He said that this is what He said to me. So I started watching it. He started showing me. So He said, keep your eyes on her. So I kept my eyes on her. I was watching her. I knew what I was saying. I knew what I was doing, and I was watching her love me through it. And He was like, this is the way that I love you. This is the way that I love her. This is the way that you should love. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing is not right, but she's still treating you right, respecting you, loving you, feeding you, taking care of you, speaking to you kind, doing all of these good old things, not even holding no grudge against you within a second, not apologizing for things you did. She apologizing for it. And I'm like, wow, this is what this is walking out the Bible, huh? This is what this looks like. This is what it literally is supposed to look like. So when you dealing with a perfect stranger, or when you dealing with your spouse, it's like if they ain't picking up the Bible, everybody knows what love the love is. They understand that God loved them. So now we're the actual walking it out and allowing someone to see it, it affects their life. It literally affects their life. Her loving me through all of this affected my life to give me the opportunity to see and understand what God's love does.
So I think people struggle. I think that people struggle with the liking. Like, how do you get from point A to point B? I guess when we talk, when we share, we try to get people from point A to point B, and people will say, well, how do you deal with hurt? Hurt is usually based on someone doing something you don't like, and if you see it as a demonic assignment, a generational curse, something that they are doing that maybe they didn't learn how to do properly, if you're looking for a way to continue to love, you actually will find it. If you look for a way to love, then God helps you find it. When I realized, wait a minute, how can he be trustworthy? No one in his life was trustworthy. How can he be committed? No one was committed to him. How can he be a good provider? No one provided for him. There were things that I never even considered. Once I realized God was expecting it. So it didn't mean that it didn't hurt anymore, but I saw it differently. And then when I realized, wait, there's demons at work, and there's curses at work, and there's demonic assignments at work. Wait a minute, that's the enemy. That's not Gerald per se. Now it's the enemy. So when I started seeing it was the enemy, I'm like, I can still love you and really deal with the things I didn't like differently. I dealt with the things that I didn't like spiritually, and I learned, because it wasn't overnight, I learned over time to love without like. And it really was me thinking it out differently. So when we coach, I usually give the different perspective. I'm like, wait a minute, what if it's this? Now that doesn't mean that you all of a sudden say, you can do whatever you want. Because I get that all the time. Oh, they're just supposed to do whatever they want. No. But how I handle it, how you handle it, allows God to move.
Yeah.
When you allow God to move in a situation, He handles it so much better. So it's like, let me deal with the pain, give it to God, but now I'm going to love and deal with the things that I don't like, and I'm going to separate them. So that's really tonight. It's like the perspective of separating them by realizing, wait, what's the reason behind it? What could be the cause of it? What would I do if I did that to God and I expected Him to let me get by with it? Because, we pervert God's word. We're when you think about adultery or cheating on someone, there are times that we do things for the enemy, and God considers that us not keeping up with our vow to Him. There are times we do things and we don't look like God. So we're asking God, please forgive me. I still love you. I messed up. And we just go to God and expect, bam, let it go and let's keep moving on. And we know He will. So when God starts asking us to do the same thing, He's just like, I'm training you to do what I do. When you let me down, when you when you were over there and I told you not to go over there and you went anyway, you weren't supposed to do that. You over there serving the devil, and you supposed to be serving me. You cheated on our covenant, on the decision we've made together. You vowed to serve me. You vowed to be my representative. You connected with me. And when you were doing certain behavior, really you went over there connecting with Him, and you were supposed to be over here with me. That's not, okay, now you're back. Now you're back. Okay, I love you. And I'm gonna let you start all over. So when God kept telling me to let Him start all over, I'm like, that ain't right. I keep letting you start all over. I just let you start all over a couple of hours ago when you did X, Y, Z, and I said, okay, daughter, I still love you. Let's go. Pick yourself up. Dust yourself off. Don't condemn yourself. I know. I get it. You shouldn't have done that. And quick, fast, and in a hurry. I want God to deal with it. Let it go. Pat me on my back and get me on my way. When He asked me to do the same, I was like, that's just not right. Not doing it. Why should I have to do it? You love me. Why do we have to? He shouldn't. It's just if we pause on the stuff we don't like, we would do better.
Tell on you.
Yeah.
Your actions will tell on you. They'll tell where you are. Because when I was watching you do it, there were times when you would slip, and I'll hit you with, where your scriptures at now, and you'll come back, and then it came to a time where that wasn't even. I'll do stuff to see if you're going to respond. And you respond like God, like this is not phasing me. This is I'm past this right now. This here is I'm gonna love you through this. I get it. You dealing with situations. You had switched your mind to this is not a flesh and blood thing. I'm dealing with a principalities here. I'm dealing with your past. I'm dealing with some addictions. I'm dealing with all of these things. This is what I'm dealing with. So I understand I'm not fighting against my best friend. I'm not fighting against the person that I love. I'm fighting against the things that have caused you to act and do ungodly things.
But I want you that didn't make, and I think this might help people. That didn't make any of the stuff you did not hurt.
Oh no.
But
no.
I think when people try it and they still hurt, in their mind they're like, well, how in the world am I supposed to keep doing that? That hurts.
But once again, it's going back to God to get the strength that you need to continue. Because if you never go back to God, you can go back to God like, God, hey, listen now, that was hard. I got hurt. My feelings got hurt. My heart is broken. I need something. I need you to fix my heart. I need you to give me the strength to do it right the next time. I just need you. I need to lean, rely, and trust in you, and to make sure I can make it through the day, because it's day by day, situation by situation. We just got to get better.
And
But you can't do it if you trying to do it in. If we try to do it in our own, it's like me trying to love you when I'm dealing with a spirit of offense.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You deal with the offense first.
Right.
Because the offense changes your mindset.
Right.
The offense changes your responses.
The way I hear.
You deal
everything.
the way you hear. So you deal with that demonic assignment. You deal with the pain. You deal with bitterness. You deal with the rejection. And people will say, well, how do you do that? Well, first you have to, for me, we have to say, you know, there's so many ways to do different things, but I had to ask God for supernatural strength, but then he also had to teach me warfare. That's why people always hear me talking about spiritual warfare. It saved my life. It wasn't that I didn't know God. It wasn't that I didn't know the word. It wasn't that I didn't know how to preach it, teach it, do all of that. It wasn't that I didn't go to church. I did all of that. None of that for me and what we were dealing with. None of that gave me enough relief. It didn't give me enough relief to keep dealing with hurt. It didn't give me enough relief. Like, I was loving God, and it didn't give me enough relief. When I learned spiritual warfare, and I was literally taking what God said was mine. Here's Yvette, you have authority. Pull it down, cancel it, release certain scriptures. Know how. When I started operating in spiritual warfare, all of a sudden, what should have been mine all along became my lifeline. So when I learned spiritual warfare, I'm dealing with my pain. So my pain allowed me, canceling the pain allowed me to do more of what God kept asking me to do, which was love when I didn't like. So when you were doing things that I didn't like, I didn't all of a sudden like them.
Right.
You know, because I get that question all the time. Well, how do you do it if it's hurting you? How do you do it if you're disappointed? How do you do it if he keeps doing it? It isn't that he changed. It was that I was hurt and then dealing with it. It's sort of like when you see the boxers. You see the boxers and their goal is to go in there. They know they're going to get hit. They know they're going to get knocked down. They know they might bleed. They get it. When they go in the corner, you see that trainer squirting water on them, putting Vaseline on, wiping them off, working on their muscles, giving them a pep talk. All of that is really to get them ready to go back out and keep going back into the ring. It was like that. It was like God was like, get to the corner. Get to the corner. Here's a scripture. Here's a worship song. Pull this down. Decree this. Declare that. Shut this down. Or anoint that. Get back out there. And it works. It is not anything that wasn't already in the Bible. I just didn't know about it. So when I learned about it, all of a sudden, nothing changed in the circumstance, but how I looked at it, how I dealt with it, mostly in me. All of a sudden, it affected him also, but that's not even why I was doing it. I was doing it because God was like, come on, get back in the corner. Wipe your face. Get a scripture. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't say this. Don't say that. He gave me my pep talk. Get back out there. Oh, I got it. Well, after a while, I didn't need all the pep talks. I know what he was going to say. I know you didn't like that. I'll deal with that. But this is what I want you to do to show love. I know this hurts, but this is what I want you to do to get healed and get back out there and be an example. I know what you want to do. You know, so all of those things meant I still didn't like what he was doing, but then I could love. I could love. Well, then, lo and behold, the love started being contagious. Because now I'm exemplifying, I'm making an example of how do you see things differently. Because I would say, oh, I understand that such and such, yeah, I know you didn't mean that. Oh, I didn't mean, oh, okay, that's how you respond to people? You didn't mean that. You know, then it became an example of the word coming alive. And that, so again, it's it's not thinking that they're gonna all of a sudden start doing things that you like just because God said you gotta love them. That's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. Like, I did all the stuff you said, and he's still. It's like, wait, what? If the stuff I'm talking about is in the Bible, then it doesn't matter what someone else does. You got to go back to how do I keep doing it versus why should I keep doing it if is doing that. That it doesn't exist in the Bible. Well, it's vengeance belonging to the Lord. Vengeance doesn't belong to us. So the goal is what's next.
You always hear people say, and I always hear they ask me, was God talking to you during all of that time? When God was always, he was literally talking, but that I was so stiff-necked and so stubborn that I wanted to do it my way. I wanted it to, I wanted to. It was like me wanting my own vengeance, but God was using love to just break me down, and I didn't get that then. I was like, because then he started when I was able to see what she was doing. Then he says, "I'm gonna show you how to love her," and I say this all the time. I love Yvette more every single day. I don't understand how that works, but I just know that every morning I wake up and I go over there and look at her. I'm like, how do I love you so much more every day? But this is something that God say, I'm gonna teach you how to love her, and I understand that this is a process every single day, and I'm good with that. Because there were times when I didn't like her, and there was times when I hated her, and there was times when I didn't love her. And now I like her, I love her, I adore her, because I know what she put in. I know what she did for me. I know how she loved me. And yes, there's times when you're going to get the rope-a-dope. I don't know if you know what that means, but you on the rope and they just bam you, boom, 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 and you like, my God, can these blows stop? I just need a break, God.
But then the bell rings.
Ding, ding, ding. Then you go and sit down, and he gives you, and you sit there. I don't know. You gonna throw in the towel? No, I ain't throwing in the towel. You gonna get back. You gonna get back in there, and you gonna bob and weave. Stop. Watch the blows. God giving you some instructions. Bob and weave. Put your hands up. Come on. I want you to declare a little bit more. I want you to worship some more. I want you to do these things that I'm asking you to do. Because as you start doing these things, then God gives you the supernatural strength that you need to walk out every single day. To walk out from round to round to round to round to the round. And then all of a sudden, you start seeing some progress. You start seeing the enemy flee. You start seeing the enemy walls being broken down. You start seeing what you're fighting. You can't be looking at, I'm fighting flesh and blood. I'm fighting this person. You're fighting against the demonic principalities. You're fighting against generational curses. When your battle is strong and your battles, you got to start realizing what you're fighting. Yeah. This is not a natural fight. Right. This is a spiritual fight. Mm-hmm. When you're dealing with someone with anger, you're dealing with anger. So that means God is giving you, I want you to work on your declarations. I need you to declare. Why? Because he wants you to declare against anger. He wants you to go against anger. He wants you to go against lust and perversion. He wants you to go against whatever it may be that you're looking at. Not looking at the person. The person is being used. They have become weak. That they can't function and do the things that they should and could do because they're weak. I was times where I was like, babe, you asking me if I want to do this? No, I don't want to do this. But my flesh got so much control over what I'm doing, and I can't even think what I want to do. You know what I mean? It's like, really? It's and that bad.
That sounds, in the beginning, especially when I hadn't gotten strong, you would give me those reasons, and I go to God like, I don't care. Like, why does that matter? That's on him. Like, talk to him like you talk to me. I have talked to him like I'm talking to you. He's not listening right now.
I would
You're
tell
the
God.
one listening.
I was really telling God to be quiet.
Yeah.
Stop talking to me. I mean, would you just? Sometimes I'd be like, shut up. Just shut up. Stop talking to me.
You should be glad you ain't died.
Who you telling?
I know that's right.
Girl, I remember the time when I was, hey, when he changed his vocabulary to me, when he stopped saying, son, I'll never leave you nor forsake you, and then that time he said, okay, I'm stop saying that. Gerald, you gonna have to choose life or death. Oh, you done changed up the script.
Draw the line.
You done changed up the script.
But drawing the line, when the line was drawn, you still had something to reference. And because sometimes people's lines are drawn and they don't have a lot of reference. So God is helping us. He's trying to help us be the example. So when someone hits the line being drawn, they know where to go.
Yeah.
They know where to go, because many people, and it isn't always a spouse, but a lot of times it's a spouse, but many people get the line drawn and they don't have an example. Because he was so adamant with me, it was like, I know
but
the line.
If I wouldn't have never turned around, I wouldn't have never saw the example that he was already working on. Because he was working with you while I was gone.
Right.
And so if I wouldn't have never stopped at that line, because that changed my mind, and he said turn around. In my mind, I got to turn around and go back through all the things that I did. I got to go back through all of the hurt, all of the pain, all of the embarrassment, all of the stuff, the people that I hurt, and all of that. But if I didn't go back through it, I would have never saw the work that he did in you so I can see how much he really loved me, to give me a chance to go back through it and to be with someone that's going to love me through all of this stuff that I have to go back through. All of the pain, all of the disappointments, all of the rejection, all of the embarrassment, all of the stuff that I did, I had to go back through and apologize for. But it was the place of I'm at a place now, Gerald. I can love you. I didn't come back all, like.
And that's the point. That's a good point for Friday Night by the Fire. When you were going back through,
yeah,
you weren't ready to do things that weren't ugly.
Right.
You weren't
still
acting,
doing ugly stuff.
Right. So it was still a matter of, because someone's question was, when I asked for forgiveness, did you forgive me quickly? In the beginning, he didn't forgive me at all. He was too angry in the beginning, he didn't even notice most of what I was doing. Yeah. And then he started noticing and didn't care. Well, no, first he started noticing and thought it was fake. Then started noticing and didn't ignored it. Then started noticing and taunting. But you were dealing again. You just gave a great example. You were going back through and you didn't have enough strength at that time to get well. I mean, you could have, because you could have asked God, but you didn't. You didn't exercise the strength to do some of the things that God would have provided you had you asked. Yeah. Had you asked. And because it is possible for anybody to get themselves together. He just hadn't decided to, hadn't chosen to. So no, he didn't forgive me right away in the beginning, because he wasn't thinking about what I was doing. He was too busy focused on what he was going through. And that's hard to do in a marriage, because it's like, wait, I'm going through my own hurt. It's again perspective. I gotta process that he's going through stuff while I'm hurt. Whoa, that again, the only way you do it is the love of God. And to say, okay, the Bible said I gotta do this. So now instead of me saying I'm not gonna do it, I gotta ask God, how can I do it? Yeah. How can I do it? Because that's a change of perspective too. I gotta say, God, I already know you're gonna make me do this, or you expect me to do this, or you want me to do this, or you've asked me to do this. So therefore, I might as well go to you every day. Okay, he did this. God, how do I handle it? How do I respond to it? How do I heal? How? Versus, I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I started with that, and all I got was, if you want to be in my will. Now, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to be in my will, yes, I want you to forgive him. Yes, I want you to talk to him patiently. Yes, I want you to, decree and pray on his behalf. He gave me the things that I could do. To be honest, those things that God asked me to do, like pray for him, actually helped me. Because I'm speaking prayers, and now I'm thinking, oh my God, this is a loving father.
Look what birth
who exactly, but this is a loving father who cares so much about his son that he would have somebody do what I'm doing. So it changed my perspective. It changed my relationship with God. Like, man, you really are loving unconditionally. This is for real. Like, so okay, let's do it. Then it got easier. Again, it did get easier, but it didn't start easy. And some people are in a different situation, a harder situation. Nobody's situation is exactly the same, but everybody has to realize God is aware. Whatever the situation you're in, if he asks you to do it, he's fully aware of what he's asking. This is not a secret. This is not a surprise to God, because I was working with someone, and she said, yes, I know God called me to marry him. And I said, well, give me some of the reasons you know. And she was rattling them off. Well, God said this, and before we got married, this happened, and then we got this prophetic word. I mean, she gave me all kinds of reasons she was. Then it started going south, and she was like, so, I don't see why I have to stay in there. I'm like, well, when you married him, God was aware that he had a drug problem. He was aware of that. Now, you might not have known in the natural, because I didn't know when I married Gerald that he had a drug problem. I didn't know, but I did know God wanted me to marry him. So it wasn't a surprise when God was having me deal with his addiction, because it wasn't a surprise to God. I had to process, because in my mind, I'm like, God wouldn't want me to deal with this. And I'm thinking, well, I had to really grow up. Grow up, Yvette. He knew Gerald was on drugs when he told you to marry him. Either you weren't supposed to marry him, or he already knew. And I couldn't lie and say I wasn't supposed to marry him. I already knew that. And if most people are honest, they know whether or not they've heard from God. It just became more challenging. But God was very aware of his addiction. It was hidden from me, but it wasn't hidden from God. And God still said, this is what I want for you. So he knew there was a person beyond the addiction. I was just looking at the addiction. He knew there was a person beyond the perversion. I just was looking at the perversion. He knew there was a person beyond all of the faults. He knew who he really was, and he asked me to do it anyway. So once that happens, we have to realize, okay, then God, you must have a plan. You must have a plan, and I've got to stop processing this in the natural and start working with you in the supernatural. So, and that's why he started showing me spiritual warfare, and he started showing me my helpmeet role, because after I figured that out, then it was like, oh, there's a way out of this. God has a way. He is the way. He's the way, the truth, and the life. Like, he has an actual plan. We just have to tap into it. And the plan is not hidden. He does not want to keep it a secret. He wants to tell us the plan. He wants to show us the plan, but the plan may be a long-term plan. It may be a challenging plan. It may be a difficult plan. And that just is the way it is. It's not, but it isn't that there isn't a plan. There is a plan. It's just a matter of, are we going to accept it and process it? So again, learning to like certain things or love when you don't like. And that's it. But point A to point Z might take some time. You got to read, you got to study, you got to sow, you got to learn, you got to put up with some things, because there's a plan in place.
That's just like, but Jesus got a plan for you. He said, I knew the plans that I had for you, even in your mother's womb. And so when you think about looking at someone else and what they're going through, and like, how long is it taking for you to look and act and be what God is asking for you to be? It might be just that. It might just be that. You might be the end. You might be the thing, the one thing, the key that unlocks that person to change.
Yeah.
Your love might be the thing that causes that person to change. I'm talking about unconditional love. I ain't talking about that I'm gonna put a limit or a time or a condition on how you act, what you say, what you do, how it did, any of that stuff. Because all I keep going, God is always asking me to go back to look at Jesus, and I keep my eyes on what Jesus did. Not thinking about what would he do. I'm thinking about what he did, how he walked on this, died on this cross for me. I'm thinking about how much God loved me so much, and I personalize it. God loved me so much that he would send his son to come and pay a price for my sins. My sins. My everyday sins, the things that I've done, the things that I've said, all of these things that he sent his son to pay the price for my sins. It's the same for you.
Ooh,
It's
yeah.
the same. It's the same. No one. I mean, the only person that walked this earth that ain't never did anything that I've never seen was Jesus. Now I don't know if there's any other, but I know Jesus did. And so if you saying that you Jesus, then okay, you ain't never did anything. But God, you ain't have to ask God for forgiveness. You ain't have to ask God to forgive you and love you. But what if God decided not to love you in the midst of your stuff?
Hey, Jesus.
In the midst of your fornication, in the midst of your thoughts, in the midst of your anger, in the midst of your situation.
Lord,
You know what I'm saying?
disobedience, and I mean, any one of us has any number of things that we're so thankful quickly that God forgives, and He's just teaching us to do the same. And we know the thing is, we all know that,
Yeah.
but we have to put it into practice, and we have to faith comes by hearing. And marriage requires that we continue in faith to hear sometimes the same things over and over. We when we work with the mentoring program, I said some of this stuff people are hearing over and over and over, but it doesn't matter because we're trying to change perspectives, we're trying to change habits, we're trying to change the way we think, we're trying to change the way we live. So we've got to hear certain things over and over because our flesh wants to go the opposite way, and we've got to hear it over and over so that we can line it up with God. So don't do anything one time and think, oh, I should be able to do. Don't beat yourself up. This thing, I laugh at people who think it's natural. Like I tell people all the time, I gotta wake up and go, okay, I'm gonna help me. Oh, okay, I gotta. It is not like, oh, it's just no big deal. No, you still got to pull down strongholds, and you still have to decree and declare over yourself, and you still have to remind yourself to be quiet, and you still have to remind yourself to go in your corner and get your pep talk and all of that stuff. It is a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle. Not sure if He is God's will. At that point, you stay in a place of love because love doesn't have anything to do. You already know love is God's will. The problem is most people. So the question is, how do you know if it's God's will? I tell people, don't try to determine God's will while you're in sin. Anger and bitterness, frustration, that clouds your judgment. So stay put. Get yourself in a position of love, because no matter what someone does, God is going to say forgive, God is going to say love. It doesn't matter. So you get in a position of love and talk to God. Allow God to speak to you. If anybody asks that question, that means you haven't heard from God for sure. Most of the time when we can't hear from God is because of bitterness, anger, or sin. If we can't hear from God, do not move. Because if you move while you're angry, you can't say it was God because you can't hear God. If you move while you're bitter because someone's hurting your feelings, someone keeps doing things over and over, you can't hear God. So you got to get in position to hear God and then follow God's instructions. So you're always going to line back up with love. You line back up with love first and talk to God. Then you'll know exactly what God said. God is always speaking. Again, He's not trying to keep His plan a secret from you. But if we can't hear God, that is not based on the other person. Whoever you're married to is not your hearing device. We got to be able to hear God for ourselves. So when someone tells me when we do sessions, I still can't hear God, you better stay put, because otherwise you're making a decision based on flesh. If you tell me you can't hear God, then you're only hearing yourself. So the goal is you got to get in posture to hear God. How do you hear God? Line up with his word. When you're lining up with his word, when I tell you he is talking a lot. The closer I get to God, the more I realize you've been talking all this time. I couldn't hear you, or I didn't know it was you. So I got to get more word in me. I've got to check my heart, because once my heart lined up and wasn't bitter, I could hear God speaking. And then I could say, a stranger's voice I'm not going to follow. So you don't move until you hear God. You cannot hear God when you're bitter, angry. You won't be able to hear him. Don't say he's not talking. Say you can't hear him. If you say you can't hear him, then you'll realize, wait, there's something I need to do to line myself up. When I line myself up and I hear God, then I follow his instructions. Don't move until you can hear God's voice. Don't move, because otherwise you're making decisions. I hear people tell me, well, I've decided that it's just best for me that I do this. I'm listening for God said. You can't say God said. Most likely you're operating in flesh, and that's dangerous. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. Once you do that, now you've got to cover all your decision making, and then you want to, most of the time we'll say, God bless this and God bless that. Well, now you want me to bless something? I didn't tell you to do that. I didn't tell you to do it, so why am I going to bless it? The stuff I tell you to do, now I'm over here. The stuff I didn't tell you to do, oh no, I don't know. So that was a great question, because I get that in coaching all the time. But now I'm not sure. First of all, most people will tell you all the reasons why they married somebody, and God usually is in the scenario a lot of times. Now, not every time, but God is often in the scenario. Did God change his mind? Because now if God's not in the scenario, then you stop, listen for God, and do whatever it is God said. That's it. But if God was in the scenario at one time and you did hear, God didn't change his mind, we did.
And normally that's the time when you decided not to do what God wanted you to do. Because
it seems like it's too challenging. But God doesn't make decisions based on something being challenging. That I can tell you, because all you have to do is look at Jesus.
Say that.
The fact that it hurt, the fact that it was painful, the fact that it was terrible, the fact that it hurt his feelings, the fact that it caused death, it was still God's choice. It was still God's plan. It was still what he asked him to do. So when we make our human decisions based on how hard the assignment is, we have lost God altogether, because God does not make the decisions based on how hard something is. If he would do it with his son, he'll do it with us. So once because I did that, I put all these reasons why since something was difficult, and all of a sudden said, this can't be God. Oh, wait a minute. God makes decisions, and how hard it is does not come into play. Doesn't even consider it. The end result, seek first the kingdom. The end result is what I'm getting after, because I know I won't leave you. I won't forsake you. I've given you weapons. I've given you my word. I'll be right there with you. I'll heal you. I'll give you supernatural strength. He knows what he can do in the storm. He knows what he can do on the way. So he doesn't consider the way as a part of his decision, like, oh my gosh, this is happening. Oh yeah, I changed my mind. No. Oh my gosh, this is happening. Oh yeah, I got a plan for that. Do this, say this, pray this, pull down that, fast here, worship there. I got a plan to get you through it. I'm not going to change my mind because something is hard. I'm going to give you the way through it. I'm going to give you the way out of it. You just got to talk to me and trust that I'm with you. So please, 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 never associate something difficult with the fact that it's no longer God. It can't. That cannot be possible if we're followers of Christ. It can't be possible that that's the way he makes decisions. If he gave Jesus as our example, then that whole concept has to be taken off the table, and we put it on the table as Christians all the time. Not so. It's just not so. And when people hold us to that, we get frustrated with them. People call me mean or uncaring, unkind, unfeeling, and if that's the case, then we have to put that on God too. Because what father sends their son in the natural through what Jesus went through? But we call him love, and we know he is love. So it's that he had a plan, and that was the plan. And the ultimate, he knew he was going to raise Jesus from the dead. So he already knew what he was going to do about it. But if we stop in the middle, we would associate it with something negative, something hard, something callous, something uncaring. But we have to go through the whole plan to find out, oh, wait, he was going to raise him up. We wouldn't have found out he was going to raise him up if Jesus stopped in the middle because the process was hard. That's good. That's not how he makes decisions. That's how we make decisions. So we have to stop doing that in marriage. We have to. We put all these lists, because that's what I did. I gave God the list. He gave my list back. I'm aware of these things, is what he said. You bringing me a list about my son like I don't know him. You're bringing me a list about his behavior like I can't see him. You're talking to me about what he did and I already know. That's it. So stop talking to me about what he did and talk to me about how you get through it. You're wasting time telling me something I already know. He did, and he always, and he keeps. I know. I'm aware. This is a waste of time. You say you don't have enough time to worship. Use the time you're complaining. You say you don't have enough time to read the word. Use the time you're fussing and fighting. You say you don't have enough time to learn spiritual warfare, but you're over here complaining with your friend and you did that for an hour. You could have learned how to pull down a stronghold by now. It's all in perspective. And that's how I learned to love even when I didn't like it. And now we do it all the time. Okay, this is a good Friday night by the fire. Get to the end and always. I'm being good though. Wait to the end.
He said, wait till the end.
Wait to the end. That was it. Really. We do. We got to get better. We got to get stronger. We got to get faster.
Better, stronger, faster. Amen.
Amen. All right, so Friday night by the fire, we are so thankful that you guys joined us. We're by the fire, talking about a fiery topic, which is loving them even though we don't like them. Yeah, it's a part of the plan. Do it anyway. That's what we do. Do it anyway. Amen. Well, this Sunday, if you're on our Impart Ministries International Facebook page, you will be able to hear the message on the mountain at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. Join us on our Facebook page, and then we also upload it onto YouTube on our Impart Ministries International YouTube channel. Please subscribe to that channel as well so you can see our Sunday messages. We go to the top of the mountain and release the message. We pastor an amazing group of people online with Impart Ministries International. We have our partners and our members join us at the top of the mountain. It is amazing. So we'd love to have you. And then be with me next Tuesday. Well, I can't skip Sunday night. Sunday night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get your sparkling juice. Get your sparkling juice and let's do a tip. And, those who signed up for the webinar, we had to change the date. So we're about to send you an email changing the date to the following Friday. Changing the date to the following Friday because my king, who gave me the date, didn't realize I'm pulling him away and going for his birthday out of town. So it's going to be the following Friday, but we'll give you all that information by email, those who have already signed up, and we're going to get the other people who haven't signed up for the next webinar. Weathering the storm, don't you give up until you get all things added. We're going to have that webinar Friday the 2nd of September, 3rd of September, the following Friday. We had to move it. So we'll give you all that information, and you know replays are always available for our webinars. And for those who haven't signed up yet, just kidding. We're gonna put it out on the website, so we'll make sure you have that as soon as we get it up on the GeraldandYvette.com website. So there you go. You haven't missed it. So some people messaged me and said, I didn't sign up last week. No problem. If you go to the Friday Night by the Fire last week, whoa, the revelation hit. So we're going to have a webinar on September 3rd, but you'll get all that information. I'll have the registration information by Wednesday.
Amen.
Amen. I think those are all the announcements. And meet us here again next Friday. Next Friday? Nope. Nope.
We'll be in Detroit.
We'll be in Detroit next Friday, so you watch one of the replays. Pick a replay on our Facebook page or on our YouTube channel because we will be in Detroit, so we will not be on live Friday Night by the Fire. We'll be with our coach, Sophia Ruffin, in Detroit.
Detroit.
Loving on our coach, Sophia Ruffin. All right, so we will see you all soon. Make sure you're tuning in and love them even when you don't like them. Yeah, gotta do it, gotta do it, gotta do it. All right. Oh, I used to send Detroit. Cool. Real cool. All right, good night.
Music notes.
I always forget.
I mean, the music notes just
I
popped
know.
up.
I was like, why they put them notes? I did. Honestly, I am so honest. I'm like, why they put them notes up? Babe, you're the jingle. I know, they said jingle. Becca, you was trying to help me. And I didn't get it. I'm over here saying, good night. Vannifer was putting up the notes. Becca was putting up the notes. Mary was putting up the notes. Amina was putting... Y'all, thank you, but I still didn't get it. Lord, pray for your Sarge.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Marriage works if you work it.
Hey.
Marriage works. Hey, if you work it. Marriage works if you work it. Marriage works if you work it. Say it again. Marriage works if you work it. Marriage works if you work it. Say it again. Marriage works if you work it. Marriage works if you work it. Hey! All the way from the east to the west, to the north to the south. Hey!
Hey, where did that come from?
It was after the A, so I could add a little bit more to it.
Oh.
I'm just covering my bases.
Oh, good job. Okay.
From the north to the south to the east to the west. Hey! I was sleeping.
You sleepy, babe?
Yeah.
Someone said it might be the ice cream.
I ain't eat ice cream.
No, for me, like I forgot because I ate the ice cream.
Oh, yeah, you might want some more? No.
No, because I just forgot.
Yeah, okay.
Hey! Keela said, hey! Like, I mean, we really, that's how you
Amina!
north, south, east, west.
Come on now.
Act right.
I mean, you know how it is. You know how it is, baby. You know how it is. You know how I get. It's all good. So, you know, I like remixing everything.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying? Every week I might throw a little something else in there. You know what I'm saying? Come on, New York. Mina!
There you go, there you go. So did you put this on your page? Share it with your friends, like it on YouTube.
I want some ice cream.
Listen, is there any cake? That cake.
Girl, that cake was gone. Mary,
Gone.
that cake was gone at Sunday. I picked it up Sunday. It was gone Sunday. We brought it to the group, and boy.
Yes. Y'all go relax and continue date night, Rebecca. You my friend.
What she say?
Go continue date night.
Amen.
You sleeping? Y'all see me online, date night was over. That's why we do date afternoon. You gotta use some wisdom.
Yeah.
My husband goes to bed early. I stay up all night long.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be up till it's 9:45. I'm done. He'll be so far under at 10, like gone. And I'll just be kicking. Like I'll get online, get to work. I'll be working. I might go. No.
You might go.
I'm gonna get some work done.
You finna go live? What you gonna do?
Go live?
You finna do something? What you gonna do?
Oh no, go live, y'all. What am I to go live for?
I don't know. I thought that's what you was about to say. What you gonna say?
No, I was about to say, look, Keela, you busy? Cause I got work to do.
You gotta figure out the schedule.
I got work to do.
Y'all better figure out the schedule, Keela.
Keela's gonna help me get it all worked
Keela,
out.
you gotta help her figure it out.
Come on, Jesus. They're laughing.
I won't.
He'll be asleep. I'll be working. And then he'll get up in the morning praying and all that in the morning, and I'll be asleep. Well, not much.
Well, you
now
we I'm getting up, you getting in.
Yeah.
No, Mom, I'm free. Y'all better get to get, Kayla. I'm trying to tell y'all. I want to enjoy it.
That's what I'll be doing.
Whatever.
All right. See, when God sends you the right people, you can keep working all night.
There you go.
God sent me the night people who work with me.
People that say sleep is overrated.
People that stay up with you till 4 o'clock in the morning figuring stuff out.
Hey, if they wasn't up, you still was gonna be up.
Absolutely.
Okay then.
But God gave me people that understand me.
Yes, He did. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
The weekend is eventually.
Oh, Chick-fil-A before Sunday. Yes, tomorrow. I haven't had Chick-fil-A all week.
I tried to get you some Chick-fil-A today, but the line
was too long.
long. That's ridiculous. I don't like Chick-fil-A like that, but I promise you, I ain't sitting in the line and I don't want it. No.
Yeah.
No. And then you already said, "Oh, I'll eat whatever you want." That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say. That
So I
tells
missed
me.
out. But tomorrow I gotta get at least a waffle fry.
Huh?
I gotta get at least a waffle fry by
Oh,
tomorrow.
we're gonna go early.
They don't have the fries until 11.
10 so.
You gonna get it at 10?
It's like 10:59.
I got Zumba at 10. Can't give me a fry until at least 11. Okay. I'm getting fries after Zumba. I mean to say I can't. Oh no, you waiting on long lines for that waffle fry.
Go early, right, man? Exactly.
No, you go at 11 and it doesn't matter. Just get in the line and get on your phone.
I can't
and do some work.
So explain to me what is so besides the service.
Thank you. There is no better chicken sandwich.
Huh?
There's no better chicken sandwich. There's
You
no
don't even eat the chicken sandwich.
chicken nuggets. The sandwich, the same thing. No better chicken, no better fries, and no better service. Boom. That's it. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Or Becca said, order it and then go inside. Oh, ours is closed on the inside. Is it open now?
It's open.
Okay, so you can get the app, order it, walk in and walk out.
Oh well, you need to get an app and do it.
I'm not walking in and walking out. I don't drive.
Babe, if you order it, I go get it, and I don't go get all the food.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
You do Starbucks like that?
Yeah. You want me to do that? The trail's on. PPK's in the house. You know we honor the PPK. Sorry, y'all. I get it. Latrell said, hey.
Trail, don't tell me you're a Chick-fil-A person. You got your hands praising. Are you a Chick-fil-A person?
Yeah. Everybody is. Next year you getting Chick-fil-A, I know you ready to praise
I'm
the
trying
Lord.
to tell you, woo.
No.
Y'all wasn't right.
I won't try the mac and cheese. I won't. I'm not doing that.
Oh, that was horrible.
I'm not. I don't.
Our son told us that.
Oh, he said negative. Now you know you like him.
You're Brian, boy. You're Brian for real. You're Brian for real. I love their tea.
I can make my own. They gonna make his own waffle fry and chicken.
Come on, hey, that's what I'm talking about right now.
Take another trip to Austin.
I do like y'all the waffle fries, but that's about it. Cause I like fries. I like fries from anywhere.
Yeah, you don't like it special.
Yeah, I like fries from anywhere. But all that other, man, that chicken, whatever, man, that thing don't do nothing for me. It get on my nerves, tell you the truth. And that grilled chicken stink. How about that?
It does stink.
That grilled chicken stinks. Now, I don't even know if that's chicken.
Oh, don't do that.
It stinks. What chicken you know that's grilled stinks?
It does stink, but
okay then.
God, it tastes so good.
No, it don't. You gotta get past the stink smell. Stink up your whole car. You drive and you get that grilled chicken.
It smell like feet. No lie.
Woo!
Now, I love Chick-fil-A.
Oh Jesus!
But it smells that grilled chicken smells like feet. The grilled chicken does smell like feet, but it tastes good. You gotta get. I get past the smell. I ain't doing it.
Babe, stop.
I should stop.
When the last time you got the grill?
It's been a while, but I love it. It tastes good.
Why if you love it, you don't get it?
I don't love it.
Okay, I'm gonna go get the grill for you tomorrow.
That's fine, but I don't love it more than
I'm not getting that because that's
you don't like it. That's why. That's the other reason why I don't. Because when you would eat in the car and you're like, it stinks. I don't want to hear that.
She smell like feet.
The chicken.
Bob.
PPK's in the house.
Bob, have you ever had the grilled chicken from Chick-fil-A? I'm telling you, man, I just stink, bro.
It doesn't matter. It tastes good, but when we're in the car, he has to complain the whole time. It's not worth it. He ruins my moment. So I just eat the chicken because I love the nuggets. The nuggets are so good. So why eat the stinky chicken? But when I want the chicken, and you know what else is good? If you've never had their wrap, but it's so good.
What?
Their wrap, that grilled chicken wrap. You know I like the wrap, right?
Yeah.
You just bought it for me last week.
Yeah, the with the avocado stuff.
Avocado ranch. Bless the Lord. Chick-fil-A can't do anything wrong.
I don't understand everyone's love. I'm trying to tell you.
You don't understand.
Dominic, I'm trying to tell you. I'm just telling you.
Just try it. It's still good. You just have to hold your breath. The spicy, I don't eat their spicy chicken. Their spicy chicken is not plain. That stuff's spicy. I don't want it. It's too spicy. But the chicken wrap with the regular grill is good because you can't smell it. If you eat
Let's just go to Popeyes.
Nasty. Nobody going to Popeyes.
Let's go to Wendy's.
I'll go to Wendy's. I just want to like it.
Go to McDonald's. You used to eat their fries. Don't trip.
I do. If I gotta go to McDonald's, I eat their fries.
Alright, y'all. Polynesian sauce balances and spice.
I came with a Polynesian.
Isn't that sweet?
I do. It is. That's why it's balanced in spice.
Oh.
I do the Chick-fil-A sauce. That stuff will make you knock somebody out unless you say.
Do y'all know the stores have that stuff now? I don't know about y'all stores, but our store, the Kroger's, the Publix, they actually selling it in the store. And I bought my baby about 3 bottles of the stuff.
He knows how to get to my heart. Food! Buying me Chick-fil-A sauce and making sure I don't run out. That's love.
Ooh, Chick-fil-A sauce and catfish nuggets. No. That was good. No. Your nuggets, the catfish nuggets in the sauce?
No, thank you.
I think I'm gonna put that in the store. I could sell that. That's a nice little hookup.
Where you gonna sell it?
I don't know.
I don't either.
We got a yard sale.
Live. Live.
We got a yard sale up
You
front.
gonna sell chicken nuggets? I mean, fish nuggets with Chick-fil-A sauce?
No, catfish nuggets, baby.
That's fish nuggets.
Yeah.
Fish nuggets and put a sign up. Fish nuggets for sale.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A sauce inside. Hey, Jesus. Y'all don't know what's coming.
Hey, put that Chick-fil-A sauce in these little containers like that. Hey, you know how you go to the store. You go to any restaurant when you get the little sauce, they put the little cap, put some Chick-fil-A sauce in the clip. Hey, get catfish. What? Give them some hot sauce.
You know what's gonna happen? Them folks gonna be knocking on the door. Y'all got some more of them to Nick, and nobody can come to my house.
No, I'm just doing it up there. I'm just saying.
Up where?
Wish they had some gator nuggets. Ooh. That's what I'm talking about. Gator nuggets. Catfish nuggets and Chick-fil-A sauce. I'm gonna go ask the Chick-fil-A, could they throw some catfish nuggets in there? They cooking everything else. They can cook some catfish nuggets.
Everything else like what, love? They
Chicken.
just make chicken.
Huh?
You saw Chick-fil-A with some fish?
I'm telling you, if they put some Chick-fil-A sauce up, put the catfish nuggets in there, I'm trying to tell you, boy, that thing will be a hit.
She said we're having a cookout and everybody coming. You sell catfish, greens, macaroni and cheese in Hawaii. I don't like it.
You do? She said she sell that.
I know she does. She's saying Mary says she does. She's caterer. Not me.
Then why I ain't getting no catfish and greens and macaroni
don't
when I
send
was
me.
there?
Oh, when you were there.
When I was there. Why you?
She had to give you something that she could put in travel with.
Huh?
She had to give you something she could.
Okay, when I come back, Mary, I want some catfish. No, I don't. I want some. What that thing called? We had that fish. The mahi, not mahi. Mahi.
Why? Mahi.
Is that what?
I don't know. I don't like mahi that much. Catfish is your favorite? See, I don't like catfish like that.
Come on now. Catfish stew.
That's Greta. Yeah, because she know mine don't like it. I don't like all that stuff. That's why she made pasta.
Greta, ain't you in Mississippi?
Mm-hmm.
They got some good catfish down there.
So Letitia said we're gonna have a cookout and everybody got to wear their marriage works if you work your shirt to come.
Have I ever had a deer roasted? Of course.
Absolutely. He eats anything. That's nasty.
Of course. I'm from the South. I've probably eaten a little bit of everything.
My Lord.
I've probably eaten a little everything.
So after Friday night by the fire, we just talk about whatever, I guess.
Yeah, you doing that?
Baby.
Because you forgot all about the doggone jingle.
Oh, because I was just wanting to talk about Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, you talking about Chick-fil-A. I want catfish nuggets. I want some cat. Ooh.
You got some catfish? You going to make it tonight?
No.
You're not
I'm going to sleep.
Oh, I was going to say you're not hungry.
Louisiana loves my catfish.
No. Coon. That's because they're both Bryant. That's nasty.
Boy, you so kidding to me. I believe you so kidding to me for real.
I believe they might be related.
I believe you so kidding to me for real, bro. Like, for real.
I hear someone say about catfish. Did I hear?
Yeah, you heard me say catfish stew.
Bob, you too?
Catfish stew?
Bob.
Hey.
He said, yeah,
Tori, I'm trying to tell you, Tori, I'm trying to tell you, dog, bro, you gotta be some kin to me, man. Like, for real.
Y'all cousins for real.
Like, for real.
That's
like,
nasty.
Like,
Deer and raccoon. You can cook something for you now. You can cook.
Catfish stew? You got some catfish at the house, man?
I don't want that. No, thank you. I'm be nice, but no, thank you, Vannifer.
Bob, bring something with you, bro.
No.
Huh?
Is he driving? You can't put that stuff on the airplane. That's nasty.
Man, it's right down the road.
Turtle
stew. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. He said turtle stew.
Country at its finest.
Come on, listen.
My king is country at its finest too.
Ain't nothing wrong with no. He said rabbit stew.
And turtle stew.
And turtle stew. I like turtle now. I like soft shell turtle. Babe, stop. As long as it's seasoned correctly. If you can eat anything, as long as it's seasoned correctly, it all tastes like chicken. It tastes like Chick-fil-A chicken. How about that? You put the right seasoning on it.
Raccoon, rabbit, squirrel, y'all are cousins.
T, for real, bro?
Cousins.
What? Yeah, I'm convinced. I'm convinced, bro.
That's nasty.
You're Brian for real.
Y'all, they eating Bambi.
Who?
Roger. They eating them all. The tortoise and the hare, all that.
Deer hash.
Cute. Said no, sir.
Ain't nothing wrong with little rabbit, little squirrel. I'm just saying, eating fish now. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Born in the backwoods of Mississippi. Now I wasn't born in the backwoods of Mississippi.
Backwoods of Florida.
Y'all backwoods of Mississippi, boy. I know.
Thank you. Can we just have chicken and fish at the cookout? Yes. As long as the cookout is gonna be with me, all we're having is chicken
on the barbecue. What? Me. Samantha, me. I try to tell you, Mr. John. Boy, see that? Hey, see, boy, see y'all playing around, man. If my son bring the grill, we throwing all that on there. Mr. John bring some of them rabbits with you, man. Some of them deers.
Oh, come on.
We want a deer.
Oh Lord.
We gonna cook a deer.
It's okay though. We've been married 21 years.
We gonna cook a deer. We gonna cook a deer in the hotel parking lot. Yo, Johnny,
you cannot eat thumper. Exactly.
Who?
Eat frog legs in Georgia. We do in Florida. Y'all should eat.
Yeah, frog legs. I kind of. Now that's. I like frog. I mean, frog legs all right if they season and cook right, fried right. Yeah.
Babe, you'll eat anything seasoned right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. You got to inspect. Exactly. Don't worry about it though, Vanderbilt, because if it's here with me, you don't got to worry.
Nah, she don't eat nothing. She only eat chicken. Chicken and fish.
I don't eat even beef or pork. Rice and beef. Now he's talking about beans, that kind of bean, not green peas. He ain't talking about green peas. I guarantee you.
I pray he ain't talking about moose burger. Ooh. Boy, I ain't had a moose burger since Kansas. I went to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie.
And got hungry. I gotta go. We're gonna go now. We've gone.
Bob, you don't went way.
Friday Night by the Fire has just reached its No.
Bob
said he went to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie and got hungry for us too. No. We are now done. We have reached our limit.
I'm taking up.
Veganism. We've reached it. We've gone too far.
I'm taking up.
We apologize. Who said that? PPK Bob. We gotta love him though. We gotta honor PPK.
Went to
a movie.
You playing, man?
Now that was funny though. That was funny.
Yeah, you got my stomach on that.
All right, the PPKs have just pushed us over the edge. Now we're done now. We're done now because all three of the PPKs are causing a stir. Bob, Trail, and Benton.
The moose burger. Babe, you gotta have a moose burger.
Why would I have any burger?
Huh? You need a chicken. You need the chicken burger.
Negative.
You ain't never had tried chicken burger?
Why would I do that?
Didn't you just try my Impossible Burger?
What now?
You didn't have my Impossible Burger?
No.
You didn't have the chicken burger? The shrimp burger?
No.
You didn't? I want you to try. It's a shrimp burger up there.
No, thank you.
It's a seafood burger.
No, thank you.
Why?
Why?
Why not? It's seafood.
I don't like burgers.
Babe, it's not a burger.
But it tastes like a burger.
No, it don't.
What does it taste like? Shrimp?
Yes.
Babe.
A chicken burger tastes like chicken.
No.
Oh my God. What do you think is why would it be called chicken burger?
Because it's made out of chicken, but what they do with it is make it taste like a burger.
Hey, it's gonna taste like chicken.
Okay.
You wanna taste it?
No, thank you.
They have shrimp burgers at McDonald's in Japan.
They can still have them. I'm not eating that. I eat chicken. Preferably Chick-fil-A. That's it.
I don't know if that's a real shrimp burger.
It don't matter.
Japan.
It wouldn't matter. I'm not eating it.
Japan burgers was way too. I got a Big Mac and the burger was way too big. Way too big for the bun. I said, this is not a Big Mac. I can't eat this. And I starved myself for the rest of
the trip.
I ate rice the whole time. I'm like, I'm eating this rice.
Trust rice.
I know what rice look like. I'm eating this rice.
Yeah.
And I stayed on rice for the whole week.
Mm-hmm. All right, everyone. We'll see you all. It was so nice to hang out with you all and have a good time. Christy thought that was fun. It was so nice to hang out with you guys. You know, Friday Night by the Fire. Never know what might happen.
Christy, good? You all right? Your legs hurting?
All righty.
It was fun.
Then eat more chicken then. Thank you.
Eat more chicken?
I'm going to just eat chicken. Yeah, we're not
what?
spam. We know
That's what y'all have in
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Oh my God.
I'm going to eat chicken.
Spam? What is spam?
And a little bit of fish. That's it. But a lot of salmon. I take that back. I eat salmon almost every day.
It's not good.
It's very good.
We shouldn't eat salmon. I shouldn't be cooking salmon every day. I'm gonna cook you some catfish nuggets.
Oh, thank you. Once every couple weeks. That's good.
You need some chicken? Want some chicken?
No. I want every day.
I'm good.
All
I had a hard
right.
time walking for 3 days.
Christina, that mountain is not a joke.
I wonder how the rest of them felt.
Y'all see he's got when he gets tired. We're having fun.
Spare meat is spam. That's what it is.
Last one, fried gizzards.
Boom! Boy, I tell you that boy, you some kid to be for real, boy. Boy, fried gizzards, man. Listen here. What? Oh my grandma used to make them fried gizzards, man. Listen here.
Salmon salad is my favorite.
Ooh.
Salmon on greens, my favorite.
I do a cold smoked salmon. It's all good. Tell them about the possum. I eat possum. I eat possum, raccoon, squirrels, rabbits.
I'm praying
duck,
we don't
chicken.
look. I'm praying we don't lose followers. I'm just kidding. Y'all going with about the business. You don't like it. Too bad. Now I don't eat it, but he loves it. All that wild stuff from the backwoods.
Yeah, you gotta eat.
Yeah. Now nobody can eat after this. Nobody but the 3 PPKs. The rest of us are like.
I'm going to sleep. I ain't eating nothing. Yeah, I'm just working my way to a good.
You already there. You had your feet done. You ate well, and now you've already finished Friday Night by the Fire. You're done. Yeah, that's what it is. All right, everyone. Good night.
What's the green stuff?
That's.
Oh, I didn't know what the heck that was. I saw it over there, so I'm like, what the heck is the green stuff? Oh,
It's
people throwing up?
Yes, you all are talking about eating gizzards and turtle and squirrel and rabbit and moose and deer. We're having trouble over here. You and your cousins, Bob and Trail.
If we go missing, what did you say? If we go, oh y'all don't even understand. We go missing all the time.
Who?
They say if we go missing at boot camp.
Oh, they good.
We'll go missing without any of that. We go missing.
They go missing on purpose.
Tell them, girl, we go missing.
Oh, and possum. I forgot that. Yeah, y'all having your own hold the wild rodents. Thank you. Why do we need the wild rodents? But okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, see you all soon on a broadcast near you. Yeah, some people. He's some people. Like Bob said, as long as it's seasoned correctly.
Yeah, it's seasoned correctly. Whatever. Grill coon.
That's nasty.
All right, throw the thing up, green thing. Do I got that emoji?
Yeah, everybody does. Just
That's an emoji?
put the word vomit.
Oh, for real?
Yes, lovey.
I need to do vomit on something.
Just do vomit on anything. Put your text on. Put your text on, baby.
What's Texan?
Text. Yeah. Text. Yeah, text. Write the word vomit.
I gotta put vomit on somebody
That you can trust mine. No vomit. He's having a no, baby. He's having an emoji lesson. That vomit is an actual. See, it's two of them. That one and that one. He thought, look, Christina did the other one, like that one.
I just seen that one with the green one.
Yeah. Oh wow, y'all too. Y'all.
Oh my God, that's funny.
You never saw those emojis before?
No. I just said, what's this green thing come out of the mouth? Oh, that's so goofy.
Y'all. So he found a new.
Oh.
He found a new emoji. Right. It means utter disgust, vomit, nasty, disgusting. Bob is cracking up.
Oh, for real?
Now, yeah. Now he's gonna be, but he won't have an opportunity to use it because nothing makes him feel like that except green peas. Green peas. He won't eat green peas. Everything else he will eat, but a green pea, if it's anywhere on the plate, the whole plate gets thrown away.
You make it sound bad.
It is bad. You can't even pick a green pea off. You want to throw away the whole plate because it's a pea. These things feel like that. That's the only thing that makes you feel like that. That's it.
Yeah.
That just, yeah. Oh, see, Bob likes peas, green peas. Yeah, he won't eat a green pea.
Bob, I'm gonna send you this emoji.
Because it is only associated with a green pea. None, he won't eat that. Everything else he'll pretty much eat. Yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah, and the grilled chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A might be up the list, but he won't get, but he'll say his thing. You send it to Bob? Oh, Lord. All right, Bob, you just got a vomit emoji. That's not cool. All right.
Oh, God.
Christina said, my children think this is so funny. We on Friday Night by the Fire. We had a whole true, wonderful, serious Friday Night by the Fire. We're going to have to turn that off and then do like bloopers or something every Friday night. It's time to log off. They keep telling me all the different animals he eats. Otter and snake. Now, I don't know if you've ever had otter.
You done lost one. I ain't never had no otter.
I bet you have had snake.
Yeah, I had some rattlesnake.
Rattlesnake. I knew you were going to say that. I don't even know. But
it's kind of
tough. I bet it's tough.
It's different. You have to have a different palate for that.
You think? Hey, you, my friend, have a different palate. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, God.
All right. Good night, everybody. We love you guys.
I'm going to throw the emoji up.
How you gonna throw it up?
I can't put it in the thing.
Oh, on Facebook. You gonna get on Facebook?
I done learned the emoji.
You have to go to my page.
Huh?
You have to go to my page.
For real? I do all that to put emoji up?
Well, how you gonna get on the live? See that, yeah? You gotta turn your volume down.
It is down.
Oh, okay. There you go. He just wanted to join y'all on Facebook and put up the emoji and watch it.
Hey, I got that emoji. Y'all over there on YouTube. Y'all can't see it.
Sorry, YouTube.
Can I put the emoji on YouTube?
I don't know.
I'm on YouTube. I can get on YouTube. What's YouTube? Oh,
Yeah.
bam.
How you gonna put the emoji up?
What? What you mean? How I put it up? Bam, bam. Boom.
You think it comes up?
Boom. Oh, Jesus. I got it on. Y'all better catch it. Y'all caught that? Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't lying about that. You can have your steak. You put a P on it, you can have that, bro. Period.
He won't eat
Like,
a pea.
period.
The only thing
Matter
that
of fact,
emoji.
I don't like smelling it.
Mary, what
Mary,
have you done?
Yeah, what have you done?
One emoji to explain tonight. Head blown. Yeah, exactly. Head blown. You don't know that emoji either? Okay, we're getting off. He's having too much emoji fun. But
That's
it's wow. It's the wow emoji. But babe, do you not pay attention to emojis?
No, I don't know.
I think if you do wow, it'll do it. Try wow. No. Head I just go to the hearts. Go to the faces. Faces. Turn a little bit. Go to the faces. And it's like your head blown. Right there. Like blows my mind. That blows my mind. He's watching his emojis, y'all. He's having a whole emoji lesson.
It didn't pop. There it is. Boom.
Blew my mind.
It blew my mind. All right, I'm done. Oh, it's time for me to go to bed. See what happens when you get sleepy? You start realizing that
40
your
people
emojis.
on YouTube and 21 people on Facebook watching us put emojis.
What? I'm doing the emojis. You ain't doing no emojis. You trying to tell me?
Exactly. Emojis are coming to my Texas. I know. He's gonna be like, oh, because it blows my mind.
Ooh.
We've said goodbye like 1,000 times, and y'all don't show them any more emojis. No more emojis. Sleepy. Miss Sharon put the sleepy emoji.
Hi, what's that?
Just put the word sleep.
It says Z's.
Yeah. Put the word sleep and it'll do it.
Oh.
He found another one.
Oh.
God bless you, Brooklyn. Children are sitting here like they're watching a TV show. They are. Tell them to prophesy. Laughter is a good medicine.
Do they know these emojis?
Do they know these? Everybody knows these emojis, baby.
What you mean? What's this one?
Which one, love? That's I'm freezing. It's cold.
What's this one?
Bubbles.
What's that one?
My head hurts.
I know that don't mean that. Does that mean that for real? Babe.
Put the word headache. You gotta separate it from that emoji.
I know that don't mean that.
A-C-H-E.
See, that's not the same thing. What's this emoji, y'all? I'm gonna ask the people.
What people?
Right here. You talking about what people?
Oh, he found the one he doesn't know.
What's this emoji? Where it go? Boom.
No, that's not the right one. That one's my, that's a tear. Like my head hurts.
That's the one I had, babe.
No, that's, let me see. You had that one. That one's with the tear, like my mind, like sad. Like my mind's sad.
Put it up.
He did. It's sort of like, my mind. Oh, we both leaned up at the same time.
Oh.
I put it up on YouTube, so it's sort of like my mind, like I'm overwhelmed. Overwhelmed, yeah, like overwhelmed. Like, he puts it.
Worried and nervous. That's what that means.
Worry, yeah, like I'm overwhelmed. In shock.
Why is it blue? That don't make sense.
Put the word overwhelmed. In awe. I don't know if it's in awe. Because it's something that hurts. Put overwhelmed and see if it works. Overwhelmed. And you can't use it. Yeah, you gotta actually. No, you can't do that. Yeah. It won't do an emoji if you use those words. So you gotta do the actual word. Overwhelmed. No, there's one.
That ain't it then.
Huh? Just write the word overwhelmed.
I did. What the heck is that, Kristen?
That's that you don't know what's going on. Like what?
No, I don't.
Overwhelmed. Why are we're having an emoji lesson on Friday Night by the Fire? If people got on now, they'd be like, this Friday night emoji class. Yes. Over, it's one word, Lovey. It's one word, baby. Yeah. You can't do that and do an emoji, love.
You just said it's one word.
Right, but you can't do that and get your emoji options. Overwhelmed. It doesn't. Oh.
See, that's not it. That doesn't mean that.
What does it mean?
What's it mean?
That's sick. I'm sick.
They got a mask on.
You think it's disturbed?
All right, we got to call emoji people.
No, that's disturbed.
You got to call emoji people.
Overwhelmed. See, that's what I thought too. But let's put anxiety. No. What did you say? Overwhelmed. I said disturbed. We said it's not. It's not coming up under disturbed or stressed. Oh, I'm gonna put stressed.
Yeah, seriously.
No, it's not stressed.
What's this one?
That's. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like what?
Babe, it's got the same blue head.
Yeah, it was blowing your mind a little bit. Like
You keep saying blowing your mind, but that overwhelmed is not popping up with that.
Huh?
Overwhelmed is not popping up with that. With the blue head?
OMG.
Who did that?
Me. OMG. That's the OMG. Like, oh my God.
Oh, for real? Let me use that one from now on.
Letitia, that's the one we can't figure out. Now, that is the one we can't figure out. But maybe.
Shocked and surprised?
Fearful?
Bro, I just want to know what
Yes. Yes. Who are. Sharice is fearful. Your mind. It's like.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Fearful. Thank y'all for helping us in our foreign language. We're gonna get versed and we're gonna be fluent in emoji.
Can't get Spanish.
So
I can't get Spanish. I've got to get emojis.
We're gonna be fluent in emoji, but it wasn't overwhelmed. It was fearful.
What about this
Which one? Oh, you looked it up on Google. I don't see
one?
it.
What's this one?
What's one, baby?
That
Zip your lip. That's the help meet rule. We call that the help meet emoji, but it really is zip your lip. Shut up. Like close your mouth. Be quiet.
one.
We call that the help meet tip.
Oh.
Yeah, I actually did a post on that. I said who knew this was a help me tip? Close your mouth. Keep your mouth closed.
That should be that one. Or that one.
That is. We did them both. We do them all, but really zip your lip because we. Brielle. Oh, shocked or surprised. Hi, Brielle. Thank you. Yes, it does. It's yeah.
There you go. Those two.
Yeah, be quiet. Yes.
Shh.
Okay.
All right. Emoji class 101.
Now put the sleeping one in because that's the one you really need right now.
They got a sleeping one?
Yeah, the one Mr. Sharon just put when she tried to nicely tell you go to
Go to
sleep.
bed.
There you go.
What is that?
With it.
That's the only one that got sleep?
If you put the word sleep, you get 2. Put the word sleep, and then you'll get.
I got a bed.
And then you got Z's.
That ain't.
That's all you want. All right, look, everybody's putting the Z's up for you. Good night.
Y'all can't see really bad, huh?
Have me over here cracking up. Cracking his tail. We know how to have a good time.
Hey, probably. I'm having emoji class 101. Some of these things I ain't know. What the heck? Why we got all these emojis? What does emojis come from? Y'all just don't like talking no more? You just sending emoji?
We send in texts, and they mean something to people, and people like them.
Emoji.
They make people smile.
Who made emojis though?
Babe, I don't know. That's like when you
Somebody
started asking me
money.
about Spanish words and why they mean what they mean. You don't really get to do that. Like just learn it.
Hey. I did that one time.
You did it several times. Like, why is it 3? Why is it why is it quattro when it's supposed to be 4? Like, what? All that.
Huh?
Like when I got the quattro. Well, why is it quattro and not like 4?
Why you told me for that, man?
Man, you did it online.
They ain't see it.
But it was online. You asked those questions. Like, why is it this? And I'm like, I didn't make the Spanish world up. I didn't make it up. It was cute.
We got
Why is 20 vente? Why is it not 2010? Something.
What is vente?
Yeah, vente.
I think that's a drink.
Venti is the size of the drink. That's the
20
large.
ounce?
That's the large.
That's 20 ounce?
That's the, I don't know ounces, but it's the large at Starbucks. But it's Italian. It's not Spanish.
Oh, it sounded like them.
Yeah, because they're similar.
Vente and venti, whatever. What's the one?
Venti.
Venti? Venti and venti.
Right. But one is large and one is 20.
It's 20 ounce.
That's not wise. I'm trying to help you out. Don't do that. Amazon's looking pretty.
Oh, God. Oh. See what happens when you get sleepy?
Oh, I'm not sleepy. But it is fun. Have
Uno,
fun.
dos, tres, cuatro, cinco,
Cinco,
seis,
seis,
siete,
ocho,
yeah, that's 8. Ocho, cinco.
nueve.
Ocho, cinco.
Yes, exactly. That's a football player.
Okay, ocho,
nueve,
nueve,
diez. Nueve,
nueve,
diez.
and diez.
You did good, babe. Let's stop there.
Yeah.
Go say goodbye.
Yep, good night. I just had my emoji class and my Spanish class.
We're done.
Yeah, y'all, that's enough. That's enough on the brain for the night.
We said laughter is a good medicine. You just had a good laugh. We will see you on Sunday on the top of the mountain.
Hey,
Oh my Lord, what now?
I'm out of bed.
You need me to carry your stairs?
Uh-uh.
Okay, good.
All right, y'all, man. Y'all laughed at me.
But we
Man.
laughed with you though.
Yep, you laughed at me and you laughed with me. It's time for me to go. What's that? Not ocho, cinco. You caught that? I thought I said that lightly.
I tell you all the time, they dig in.
I thought I said that lightly. Ocho. I was trying to say 85. Ain't it ocho cinco?
Yes,
That's
but
fine.
he's as inappropriate as you because that's not how you say 85. It's 8-5, and he made that a big thing, but it's wrong.
How you say 85 then?
85.
Who?
85.
Ochincha.
85.
85.
85. He did 8-5 and made it a big thing, but it's wrong.
I be thinking 85
It
is
was
ocho cinco.
No, ocho is 8, cinco is 5. That's like saying, oh, 8-5. No, we would say 85. And so it's 85. That's the actual word. He just
So
put
cinco,
it's
ocho.
five. Well,
What's that?
there is no cinco ocho.
58. How you say 58?
68.
That was too many words. Ocho cinco. What did you say? Say it again.
What word?
55. 58.
68.
Huh?
68.
Say centavo.
Ocho.
Who? Sesenta
Y ocho.
68.
Ocho. Yeah.
68.
Yeah. So it's 50 and 8.
Why you keep saying and?
Because that's the way Spanish numbers work. There's a Y in the middle, so it's the 80 and 8. 88.
I'm gonna stay on English.
Good job.
We need a reality show.
Is this reality show?
Yeah, so that's what it is. We have Friday Night by the Fire, and then we have Friday Night Reality with the gym. This is our reality. Y'all, we're gonna get y'all prophesy, decree and declare in the name of Jesus. We're gonna have a reality show.
Christian kids sitting there watching. I bet they laughing
Oh, the
at you.
kids probably love us.
They laughing at you.
Me? No.
Oh
11
my God, I gotta
that's too
go
many
to sleep.
words. Buenos noches.
What's that?
Good night.
Buenos noches.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
I was about to say nachos, but buenos noches.
There's
So
not-
that's good
that's
night.
good nachos, the way you said it. Good food.
I didn't say that. I
You
said
said I
buenos
was about
noches.
to say buenos nachos,
Yeah.
and I said that's good nachos. Good nachos.
That's good nachos.
Yeah, but buenos noches is good night.
Buenos noches and buenos Bueno.
Buenos.
bueno noches.
Buenos.
Nachos.
Buenos.
That's good nachos. So I can go in the store and say buenos nachos.
It really isn't the way you would do it though. Nachos de buenos, but we won't go there.
Buenos dias.
That's good day. That's like when you wake up.
Okay, Jesus, what was the night one?
No.
Nachos. Nochos.
Nochos.
Nochos. Buenos nochos.
Buenos noches.
Bueno nochos. Noches.
Buenos noches.
Noches. I said it. Noches.
Buenos
Buenas.
noches.
Buenas.
Buenos
Buenos
noches.
noches.
Stop.
Buenos noches. Peace.
The way you laughing out loud, I know. We used to teach Gerald Spanish while we did paparazzi. The best.
Alerte. Alerte.
Alert. Alert. That was the word you loved the most.
Alerte.
Alert.
Long
alert.
necklace alert.
And then you went to English.
I passed Spanish, y'all. It don't look like, sound like it, but I passed Spanish.
Tell them why.
What you mean?
Tell them why. Tell them how. Tell them how you passed Spanish, babe. Tell them how you.
I did all of my work.
You did all of your.
Work.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
What work?
The work that the teacher asked me to do.
What did the teacher ask you to do? What did the teacher ask you to do?
Work.
License.
What did he tell me to do?
You must have brought food. The Spanish food. For extra credit.
Well, I went past my test, so I had to bring special food. It wasn't nachos.
I know. Because back in the day, they let football players bring food.
Babe.
Back in
Stop.
the day.
Stop just throwing me under the bus.
Babe, you coming out now. But you was there under the bus. You didn't pass Spanish, it's obvious. It did not pass Spanish appropriately. Back in the 80s,
I just
people who scored a lot of touchdowns somehow got grades. But it's okay, babe. You're better now.
Buenos noches.
Good job, babe.
Amen. How you say amen in Spanish?
You know, I think
See, they don't even give you Christian stuff in
I think
Spanish.
it's
Amen.
Babe, did you just say that don't give it to you? That don't give it to you? I think it is amen though. But did
What's
you?
amen in Spanish?
Amen.
Amen. See that? Amen. Amen.
It's probably amen. Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. I tell them don't just stop it. It's our reality show. Friday Night by the Fire with Jim. They got a pass. Thank you. Back in the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah,
People
private
who
staff.
scored-
Come on.
People who were fast as lightning and scored a lot of touchdowns was on offense and defense
Well, they
and
gotta
the
do it.
star.
What I gotta do?
Somehow
What I gotta do? I did my work.
can't count to 10 in Spanish. Still got
I said uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
right, and you got to see. But okay, I'm just saying it wasn't his fault.
I'm sleepy. I can't get it right now.
Babe, if you just
Uno, dos,
Uno.
tres.
Uno.
I said uno.
you said unos.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatros,
cuatro,
cinco, seis,
seis.
Somebody.
But throw that football and somehow it's a C.
Oh,
You dated a
Jesus.
football player, me too.
Oh, God.
So I'm just saying, they had help.
Spanish racks my brain.
Oh Lord, this is funny, but it's okay. But he had to learn the hard way, and then after a while, he had to figure it all out. He did great.
Amen.
Wasn't your fault.
I just got through with Spanish. I was good.
No, baby.
All right, y'all. Guess what? Dang, y'all still on, man?
They love us, and we love you. They love to have fun.
Really?
That's nice. It's nice to have fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
I'm sleeping.
For real this time, good night.
Uno, dos, tres, out of here. How you say out of here in Spanish?
I don't know.
Hey, come on. Out of here in Spanish. Leaving. Adios. Adios. See that? Ain't that?
That's bye.
Adios?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a form of bye.
Uno, dos, tres. Adios.